Right. So today we're going to dive deep. Okay. We're going to be looking at this idea of like really changing yourself like deep down and then making the things you want like actually happen in your life.
Yeah, yeah.
So we found this video on YouTube.
Okay.
It's by this woman, Sara Landon.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Are You Ready and Willing? And it's like a snippet from this bigger thing she's got called the upgraded version of you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we're going to kind of break this down and really like look at what she's saying.
Yeah.
Because she talks about this idea of aligning with what she calls your like soul's desires.
I like that.
Yeah. And she says like to get there, you've got to let go of like everything you thought you were before.
It's powerful, right? Like she says, like to let go of everything you once deemed yourself to be.
Yeah. Like shedding that old skin.
Exactly. And I think what she's getting at is like we all have these limitations that we put on ourselves, like these beliefs that kind of box us in.
Yeah, totally. Like how many times have you heard yourself say something like, oh, I'm just not good at that, or I could never do something like that.
All the time, right. And that's like giving up before you even start.
It's like we're pre-programmed for failure.
Exactly. And Landon is really challenging us to like confront those beliefs and dismantle them.
To like break free.
Yeah, break free, because it's those beliefs that are holding us back from really reaching our full potential.
And then she hits us with this really intense question.
What's that?
She's like, are you worthy?
Ooh, that's a big one.
Right. Like
Yeah.
she just puts it out there and it makes you really stop and think about your own self-worth.
Absolutely. And it's so important because if deep down we don't believe we're worthy of good things like success or love or abundance,
Yeah.
then we're probably going to subconsciously sabotage ourselves.
Like we're getting in our own way.
Exactly. We create these self-fulfilling prophecies because we don't think we deserve anything better.
So then she brings up this idea of the leapfrog effect.
Okay, I haven't heard that one before.
So she's talking about how like settling for smaller goals can actually keep you from hitting your true potential.
Oh, interesting. So it's like limiting yourself by not being ambitious enough?
Yeah, like settling for the puddle when you could have the whole ocean.
Right. Right. It's like aiming too low.
Exactly. She's like pushing us to go for those crazy big dreams.
I love that because it reminds me of that saying, shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
Yeah, perfect example.
Like you gotta be willing to take that leap of faith, even if it seems impossible.
Do you have any examples of like people who've actually done that?
Yeah.
Like taken this massive leap and landed somewhere amazing?
Oh, tons. Think about like Elon Musk, right? He had this crazy dream of colonizing Mars.
Which most people thought was insane.
Right, totally out there. But that ambition led him to create all these incredible innovations in space travel and electric vehicles.
He's totally changed the game.
Yeah, if he'd played it safe and just stuck with conventional thinking, who knows where we'd be.
It's wild to think about.
It really is, and this actually ties in perfectly with what Landon calls manifesting from a quantum place.
Okay, so now she's bringing quantum physics into it.
Well, kind of. She's using the term quantum to describe this idea of creating from a space of like total expansiveness and alignment with your soul's desires.
So not like rubbing a magic lamp.
Oh, no, it's more about aligning your energy with the reality you want to create.
Okay. So kind of like tapping into this universal power source.
Yeah, exactly. She's talking about a shift in mindset from scarcity to abundance, from limitation to limitless potential.
Yeah, I like that.
And when you operate from this quantum space, your desires become, as she puts it, so much bigger, so much bolder, so far beyond what you would be willing to settle for.
That's a good quote.
Right.
But okay, let's be real for a second.
Yeah.
Even with the best mindset, sometimes things just don't work out the way we planned.
That's true. Life happens.
And that's where Landon brings in this whole idea of divine timing and divine orchestration.
Ah, yes. The universe has its own plans.
Right. Exactly. Like sometimes what we think we want might not actually be what's best for us.
Maybe the timing isn't right, or there's a better path that we can't see yet.
It's like when I was freaking out because I didn't get my dream job.
Yeah.
But then like a few months later, I landed an even better opportunity that I wouldn't have been qualified for if I'd gotten that first job.
Wow, that's a perfect example of how divine timing can work. Sometimes those closed doors lead to something way better.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it is.
So it sounds like Landon is saying we need to like take responsibility for our lives and believe in ourselves, but also like surrender to the idea that there might be a bigger plan.
Exactly. It's that balance between action and allowing, between striving and surrendering.
Each stuff.
And it all starts with asking ourselves that one question Landon poses. Are you ready?
Are we ready to let go of those old stories we tell ourselves? Are we ready to believe we're worthy and take that leap towards our soul's desires?
That's the challenge, right? to step into our full potential even when things are uncertain.
Because those soul's desires she talks about, those are the things that really light us up.
Yeah, they're not about chasing trends or impressing other people. They're about connecting with what truly makes our hearts sing.
So think about that for a minute. Are you ready to answer Landon's call? Are you ready to receive the life you always dreamed of? Because she says it perfectly. It might be time for your new normal to be that which you once dreamed of. And if this deep dive has really spoken to you, I definitely recommend checking out more of Sara Landon's work.
Yeah, it might just be the push you need to unlock a whole new level of you.
That's it for today's deep dive. See you next time.
See ya!